take him back, this ain't regular size. You really fly, we like pelican glide. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Ty Felton here to return it. This makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. He'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
From the shotgun, McCarthy connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Vikings, first down. A gain of 7. First down, Vikings.
They give to Jones, right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5. Let's go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
A gain of 43 yards. And the Vikings.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And this one is knocked away from the intended target. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
Blankenship on the coverage.
Throwing again now, McCarthy. This one falls incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
That's another Vikings first down.
Again, McCarthy to throw. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series.
Minnesota.
Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Play action. Hurts has it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. On the move, past the 40. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
41 yards on the play. And the Eagles, first down.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. The Vikings have played to an early lead. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. And dose of the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a designed read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here's Miles Price. Looks away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. McCarthy looking to throw. Running a screen now for Jones. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. We'll air it out on 3rd. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down. McCarthy to pass. He's loaded another one up. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long for him here. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Same guy, here's Hawkinson again. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10, here's Jones. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On play action now, McCarthy flushed out of the pocket. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 4th and short. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And he gets crunched by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the ground game here. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Buying some time left. He's keeping it. Now he's hit. Hurts fumbles. It's picked out by the Vikings going the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. You know, the Stomp had that incredible breakout season last year was that long. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. And it's no good. Flirted too far from the right upright. They don't get the PAT. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Bigsby with the return. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets some decent yardage there before they send him out. Looks like about 6, so we've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Buck. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain of 14 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Hurts on 1st down. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40.
That's another Eagles first down.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to within 6.
Eagles 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Felton now to return this. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. New set of downs for them from the 31. Now start with a give to Jones. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Second down, looking for options. Taken in by Addison, left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running right, this is Jones. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Eagles' 35-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Five still to go here. This is second down.
Let's go now. 19 target, 19 target.
Jones once more. And second down only works out for a yard.
Jones again the ball carrier.
Offense in the hurry up here.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third.
He'll throw it.
and 4.
Hits him on the out route. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Running it after the penalty. So they only manage a yard following the penalty. We've got 2nd and 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up second down.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, here we go. Pat the 60, pat the 60.
McCarthy throwing here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you.
Oh, he lost the football, and the Eagles have it.
And that is the definition of an impact play for the defense. Everything been going poorly for them, right? They're poised to surrender some big yardage, but one big hit changed all of it and creates a big play on their side instead.
On first down, Hurts. He's going deep. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Completed over the middle. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Play action. Hurts has it. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one doesn't go far.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
On second down, here's Barkley. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 4.
Back to throw it. Pass complete to Goddard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock. He just won't lose his yards.
He was taken down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Chased out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
To throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that.
One hand on his queen level, on the freak. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty synced everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven or earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog on me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 25. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
2 yards.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
41-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 62 yards. And the 49ers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Second and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set. Get up. Watch out.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the Sticks. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Number 26, Saquon Barkley. Brought down back at the 27.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant to Brown.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
63.
Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Eagles 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And just shutting him off there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 12. And an Eagle first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. That's complete to Pearsall.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. That one on the money to Bourne downfield.
Touchdown, 49ers.